welcome to another Chelsea chat. As some of you know, I wasn't going to do one this weekend because of family birthdays, etc. And I say there was no intention, but tonight the news that Harry Graham Potter has been sacked by the club, and I felt I had to come and say something to you. Really, like most of you yesterday, we could have told each other it was the 1st of April, April Fool's Day, by the team that he put out yesterday. Right wing back Ruben Loftus-Cheek, when we've got probably the world's number one right wing back in Reece James, who was played at centre half. I just couldn't understand that at all. When we've got two centre backs in Trevor Chalobah and Badia Shield, both sat there warming the bench. Kai Havertz was persisted with again, even though he couldn't hit a barn door, could he? Let's face it. Absolutely rotten, really rotten for most of the time that he plays. I can think of 3 decent games last month, and obviously he scored the winning goal in the Champions League final. But other than that, absolutely stunk the place out. Absolutely pony, much like Graham Potter's team selection and obviously his motivation for much of this season. So tonight he's gone. A lot of people will be really happy about that. When he was first appointed, I didn't think he was the right man for the job, purely because he's got to manage so many big egos in that dressing room. It's a big difference between Brighton and between Chelsea. And I'm sad to say that in a way, because if you're a professional footballer, you're getting paid well every week, you should be there to give at least 100%. People have off-field difficulties, people have personal difficulties, but you just need 100% when they go out there. And that's all the fans have ever wanted. And unfortunately, a lot of those players sit in that dressing room have got to look at each other and say to themselves, did we really fight for our teammates? Did we really give 100% under Potter? Doesn't matter who your manager is. If you play for a club the size of Chelsea, if you play for any club, if you play up the park, you should give 110% for your teammates. And if you play for a big club and you get paid big money, you should give 100% for the fans. That is a fact. So a lot of players in there, some who we know don't want to be there, but they've really got to ask themselves some questions. It's all right sacking the manager, but as soon as he picks that team, even if he picks it badly like Potter did for most of the time, as soon as they cross that white line, those players are responsible. So Todd Boehly has shown his, how can I put it, Roman Abramovich side by sacking a guy after 7 months, after he sacked a guy after 7 games. So it looks as though Chelsea are going to be the same as Chelsea always were. When the shit hits the fan, the manager goes, and we throw more money at stuff. Not complaining, a lot of success. I'm not been watching the turgid rubbish that I used to have to watch as a kid, but yeah, leopard doesn't change its spots. And I've got to say, tonight I'm glad. The only thing I would say, the only proviso is we've got this Bruno Salter who is in charge of team affairs until the end of the season. It just seems strange to sack a manager but leave his second in charge till the end of the season. If you've got a top, an elite manager ready to go straight in with a Champions League quarter final coming up, I could see it. But this seems really strange. Whether we've had another manager that's been caught snorting cocaine off a hooker's arse at Cobham, I don't know. But with Graham Potter's extremely, how can we put, economical personality, I doubt that's the case. I don't think he needed any sort of drug to make a complete arse of things. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, folks. The Aston Villa game was a disgrace. I wasn't surprised that he went tonight in one respect. As I've just said, I think it's really, really strange timing. Okay, folks, let me know what you think. That's why I do these. Please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, look forward to your feedback. Speak to you after the Liverpool game. Up to Chelsea.